What's up, guys? Welcome to Sports Talk 101. And in today's video, we're going to look at some more NFL um, preview and prediction. Um, um, in the 2025 season, we are looking at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers out of the NFC South. Um, so Buccaneers did a good job last year. Okay. Oh, wait, let's see. The Buccaneers did a good job last year. Decent schedule for the Buccaneers last year. I think they made the playoff last year, I believe. Decent schedule. They lost a few losses here and there, but the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield, company, doing a good job there. He's a decent quarterback, right? We talk about this a lot. And this should be a SEC schedule for the Buccaneers. I mean, they play, like I said, good football. That's what we look at, is how well they do in football. But really good offense, really good defense. We'll take a look how they do in 2025. The win total, I'm looking at 9.5 again. Looks like minus 105.5, minus 11, 15 for 9.5. And DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, where we look at 11.5 seems a little ambitious. The 7.5 may seem a little ambitious, but I'm gonna go with the over 9.5. I'm not saying over. I'm gonna 9.5. We'll see. I'm gonna look at the schedule and I'm gonna tip prediction. Let's go with over. If I'm don't hit over, could be 9 wood, but let's go with the over. Let's take a look at the schedule. All right, we'll things off with week 1, home on the road, 2 back-to-back road games on the road Atlanta. Then you come home, go on the road Atlanta, on the road Houston. Then you come home against the Jags. Oh my God, you cannot talk today. Against the Jets, home against the Eagles, on the road Seattle. Come home against 49ers, on the road against Lions. Go on the road against the Saints. Get bye week, a lightest bye week. Why? Home against Saints come out the bye week. You play Patriots at home. You got the Bills on the road. You got the Rams on the road. Cardinals at home. Saints at home, and Falcons at home. On the road against Carolina. On the road against Dolphins, and Phillies at home against the Panthers. I like this schedule for 2 weeks. Bye week. You have week 9, week 10, week 11, week 12. Seems like a really good place for bye week. Week 8, yeah, okay, place to put bye week. And between week 9 and week 12 is an ideal place for bye week. Week 8, I can give exception. A lot of teams have early bye week. I don't know, some teams have week 6, week 7, week 5, week 3. That is too early. Week 8 is sort of acceptable because you might play about 7 games, and bye week has still 10 many games. I think week 9, week 10, week 11, later on, like from between week 10 and week 12 is ideal. Week 8, week 9, I understand. I like bye week 7. Every bye week 8, week 9, it's not terrible. It's not the best option, but it's not terrible. And in this case, you get that. All right, here we go. What game stand out to me? Is week 4, week 7, week 2, possibly week 6 for sure. Week 11. Yeah, these 4 games stand out for me for 2 reasons. One, it's probably because they're playing really good opponents. They're going to play, they got Texans, Eagles, Lions, Bills, playoff teams. 49ers is not a playoff team, but it's a decent team enough. I'm going to look. Last year, 49ers made the playoff. They're not good last year. But 49ers tend to be a good team year in, year out. Last year has to be an exception. But these are really good teams that they're about to face off. Okay? Yeah, you can say the 49ers. Okay, you can say, yeah, 49ers give exception. So, yeah. Maybe I'll give a bad doubt to the 49ers. Okay? Sure. I get that. So I'll give it better doubt to the 49ers. Yeah, they're not a big playoff, but they're a decent team. Okay, they're a pretty good team. Brock Purdy and company. Um, but the teams that highlighted are playoff teams: Texans, Eagles, Lions, Bills. These made playoffs in the last few years, and they're really good teams. This is gonna be a tough matchup. I don't know. Look, if they can lose any games, this is it. I don't think they can win. Look, they could beat the Lions, sure. They could beat the Eagles, sure. They could beat the Bills, sure. They could beat the Texans, sure. They could beat this team, but I just don't see it. Because when you look at the schedule, it is not an easy schedule. You got back-to-back road games, back-to-back home games, road, home. And yeah, home, I also highlight the line for 90 because that's between 3 road games, and you trip up somewhere, and you come out maybe a big win against Seattle, almost lost, lose to Seattle, right? And you come emotional, like, yeah, you can see what I'm saying, right? It's going to be tough for teams, more so not, and play a lot of games, injuries. You play 17 games, injuries. You don't know, who's gonna come back, whatnot. When the bye week sits in, and it's a lot of things happening next year. But I like the schedule a bit because this is a little bit a favorable schedule for the Buccaneers, a schedule that the Buccaneers can handle. I think, in my opinion, there's also a season where one will win, but then you got some losses. You're gonna lose to Texans. But good news is you play Jets the following weekend. You go win then. Well, you win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. Because this is essentially scenario. Lose there. I think you'll beat the Seahawks. Sorry, Seahawks. But you'll win back-to-back games. I think you'll go on to lose to the Lions. Oh, put out there. So far, 4 losses right now. The Lions are going to lose to Buffalo. I'm going to tell you what the wins are. Ready? We're winning against the Saints. You could beat the Patriots. You could beat the Cardinals. You could beat the Saints. And you could beat the Falcons. You could beat the Panthers. You could beat the Dolphins. You could beat the Panthers again. Rams rankings, I did a Rams preview prediction video and have, unfortunately, Rams beating you. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many losses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 losses. Right? 3 and 2. No, sorry. 3 and 2. No. 3 and 2. So 12 and 5. So 12 and 5 for the Buccaneers. Playoff. This is playoff team. Good luck to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers heading into 2024. 5, sorry. 12 and 5 with the schedule we have. Losses to the Bills, Texans, Rams, Eagles, Lions. These are losses, and then wins the rest of the game. So rest of the time wins. So I look, not a bad schedule. The second half schedule, I think lose to the Rams. I have you winning every single game from week 13 to week 13 to week 8, win. Week 10, win. Week 8, win. Week 5 and 6, double win. Week 3, win. Week 1, win. Losses all. Week 2, week 4, week 7, week 11, and week 12. All the losses I'm seeing right now. Those losses could turn to wins. We don't know. We'll find out what happens in 2025. You could beat the Eagles. You could beat the Lions. We don't never know. All the injuries and how teams do heading against a lot of unknowns heading into the season. But this is my preview prediction. I'm taking over 9.5, which I met that, and the 12.5 is where I'm going to go with. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button up. I'm Sports Talk 1 signing out. To the next video. Peace.